Hey guys, I want to show you guys how to cook down a pumpkin today. I heard there is a massive pumpkin shortage, canned pumpkin shortage, and I don't want anyone to miss out on their pumpkin breads, pumpkin pies, pumpkin bars, pumpkin anything that you might want to have this fall. So I ran to the store and I picked up a pie pumpkin. They're also called sugar pumpkins, and you can tell because they're really small. You can also buy a butternut squash, and these are great because you can buy them all year long. So let me just show you how to do it. It's super easy. So all you have to do is get a sharp knife, peel off the sticker, and cut it in half. And if you cut it from the sides and the bottom, then you don't have to worry about fighting off the lid. I have a pumpkin scooper from a pumpkin carving kit, but you can also just use a big spoon. This, however, makes it super fast and easy. You're also going to want to save your seeds and rinse them off. And you can toast them in the oven with a little bit of salt or cinnamon sugar, and they make a really tasty treat. Okay, that easy. We have 2 pumpkin halves. And the squash is just as easy. Okay, now they're all set to go in the oven. Okay, next step is we get out our cookie sheet and we lay down some parchment paper, or not. It's not the end of the world if you don't have any. And then we're going to place our pumpkin and squash face down, just like that. Don't need to do anything else. Then we're going to set our oven for 400. Depending on your oven, you can do, some people do 325, 350, 375. This oven just does things really well at 400, and you'll cook it for 60 to 90 minutes until you can stick a fork through it. And then we're going to put our squash in the oven. And we will set the timer for 60 minutes. Okay, so it's been about an hour. I'm going to go ahead and shut that off. It smells done. Oh, it looks pretty. I think my glasses are fogging over, so I can't really tell. Okay, so I'm gonna get it out of the oven and try not to burn myself while I'm looking through the camera. Okay, so here is a pretty finished pumpkins. Okay, I got everything flipped. Now I'm gonna stab it all with a fork to make sure it's cooked all the way. It goes through super easy. I never ever use a knife to test the doneness of things because knives are already sharp. You'd think that would go without saying, but There are a lot of recipes on the interwebs that say to stab things with a knife for doneness. Don't do that. Use a fork. See how this comes off super, super, super easy. We are going to let this cool though, because if you've ever tried to take pumpkin out of a shell when it's hot, it is the worst thing ever. So we're gonna let this sit for 15-20 minutes, let it cool off. Okay, now we've let our squashes and pumpkins cool off. So they're gonna be super easy to peel. Just grab a couple of bowls. And just scoop. Don't get too rammy jammy because you'll rip your skins all up and you'll have to dig them all out, and that's a pain in the butt. So be kind of gentle. But it goes pretty quick. And for the very final stage, we're just gonna mash it. You can also use a food processor if you have one, or an immersion blender. The immersion blenders do tend to throw bits of pumpkin everywhere though. I've heard people say cooking down pumpkin gives you really watery pumpkin, but I've never had that happen, so I think those people are crazy. But yeah, that's all it takes. And you're done. This will stay good in the fridge for a few days. It will mold, so don't wait forever. Otherwise, get it put in some baggies, put in the freezer, or do like me and make some pumpkin bread tonight.